for the last few weeks, we have been discussing on issues around finances. And as you all know, everyone goes through a financial cycle. All of us go through a financial cycle. There is an age where we are dependents, and there is an age where we are productive. Then our productivity declines. Okay? Usually, below the age of 25, we are in the learning phase of finances and we are grossly dependent on our parents or our guardians. And then between the age of 25 to 60 years, we are earning, okay? We are earning, and so we are more productive because there's money coming through. Money could be coming through either employment or money could be coming through business. So we are very productive between the age of 25 to the age of 60. There's income coming through for us. Then above the age of 60 years, our productivity starts going down. Okay, our productivity starts going down. So we are not very active in employment because most of us are either retired or we are at the verge of retiring. For those who work for institutions where they can go up to 75 years of age. Or if you're in business, you are probably looking at handing over or giving your successor to run the business because you cannot actively run the business the way you used to between 25 and 60 years. So this is an age where basically your productivity is declining. So at this age, we start spending what we earned between 25 to 60 years. We start spending the money that we earned between 25 to 60 years. And at this age, of course, the medical expenses go up. For some of us, responsibilities become real because we are also taking care of our aging parents. We are also trying to figure out how to transition from active employment to this other side. So this conversation is very, very important for me and you tonight. So when is the right time? When is the right time to talk about retirement? When is the right time to talk about retirement? And retirement basically is a very important aspect of the financial cycle, and it is where you're trying to figure out what you need and how much you need when you have retired, and so you start planning. Now, most of us, we think about retirement between the ages of 50 to 60 years. That's when we seriously think about it because it is real, it is looming, it is there, and the transition is real. However, I have doing a bit of research and I have come to a conclusion that matters to do with retirement, whether it means talking about it, thinking about it, or even planning about retirement, can actually be as early as when you get your first paycheck. As early as you get your first paycheck. So you don't need to wait too long to start having this conversation. It is okay. Someone said the time, value, and compound interest work magic on money. Therefore, there is nothing wrong talking about money or talking about retirement now. By the way, even the Bible says in Luke chapter 14, verse 28 to 30, it says, suppose you want to build a tower, won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? So even the Bible advocates for planning. So there is nothing completely wrong with planning for retirement as early as now. It's actually one of the biblical principles around finances. So at times, you feel stuck and you're like, okay, fine. So where do I start even with this conversation of finances? And so I want to share with us a few tips. I want to share with us a few tips tonight on how you can start thinking or talking or even implementing the issues around retirement. So the first thing is that you need to paint a very clear picture. you need to paint a very clear picture of how you want your retirement to look like. I don't know if you've ever taken time and thought about it when you're in your 60s and above, how you want, your retirement to look like, okay? Do you want to live in a green leafy suburb, or you want to live in a secluded private home away from congestion of maybe the estates in Nairobi if you live in Nairobi or in busy towns? Or are you thinking of getting, like some comfort in a private, country home, in a farm, isolated, alone, and just, enjoying life? Is that the picture that you're looking for your retirement? Then my question to you tonight would be, that dream that you have, that retirement picture that you have in your mind, where are you on your journey to achieve that dream? Where are you on your journey to achieve that dream? And how far are you from achieving that dream? Have you ever sat down and counted the cost and just reflected on what does it take for you to achieve that dream? Because now that forms a good basis of talking about retirement and planning for retirement. So that is the first thing. It's very important to paint that clear picture. You need to evaluate and understand whether it's just a dream that is achievable or it's not achievable, because you need to come to a place where you are looking at a realistic future. And once you come to a place where it is a realistic future, then the second thing is, of course, you need to start saving towards your realistic dream. And when I talk about saving towards that realistic dream, I know and I'm well aware that in our stage right now, we have many things taking place. We have bills to pay, okay? We have debts to pay. Some of us, we have debts. We have loans. We have mortgages. We have school fees. We have children going to school. So we yes, I understand that we have things that we need to pay for. However, it is still very important to think about that retirement and start putting something aside, little by little. Even if it is very minimal, it is important to start putting it aside, because guess what? It is a reality. You will not work forever if you're in employment. If you're in active business, there's a time where you'll need to sit back and allow other people to transition your business to the next level. So it is important to start having those conversations and to start thinking about then, because it is a reality that will come. I'm sure all of us have interacted with either parents or relatives or friends who are of age, and they will tell you it is true, and they will actually tell you the sooner you start thinking about this, the better. So it is very important to start thinking about it. Number 3, where possible, because in some scenarios it might not be possible, but where possible, you can engage a financial advisor. You can engage a financial advisor, because research shows actually that about 68% of dollar millionaires, they have used financial advisors to help them in shaping out their wealth. So at times, if you're able to, it is okay. It is advised. And the reason is, financial advisor is well able to assess your current situation, okay? They are well able to assess your current situation and advise you on way forward. They give you options. They could advise you on the best investment options that you can use. If you're going the IRA options, they can tell you the best pension funds around that you can use. Of course, for them, they also put into consideration the issues around time, the issues around interest. Okay, they put in all these things together. So it is very, very important to start having these conversations as early as now. And so as I'm talking about this, the question begs a few questions, and I will tell you these questions. Number 1 is, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live when you retire? Because it starts now. Okay? Number 2 is, how much do we then need to save by the time we retire? So that either our life is constant, or it's the same, it's not badly disrupted, or it even becomes better. And number 3, which investments or pension plans would be then ideal on our post-retirement? So this is a question that we should all reflect, and we will be reflecting about this even more deeper in my next sessions. John Maxwell quotes and says, "Pay now, play later." Or play now and pay later. So it's important to be intentional in managing your finances to ensure you achieve your goals after retirement. Starting little by little is very important, and just being consistent. Starting little by little and being consistent. Small amounts count. And that's all I had for you tonight. Thank you very much.